I slept with 4 guys in 1 week. Yep. This was around the time when I was grieving my marriage, though.
Let's discuss. Who do you think actually feels more impact from a divorce? Who do you think? I would really love to know in the comments because I don't know the answer to this question, honestly. But if you ask me, I would say women feel more impact, and I'll tell you why. Most of the time, when a couple goes through a divorce, I usually notice that the women often come on social media most of the times to, prove that they're happy. Meanwhile, I think that it's a way of masking the pain and all that. A lot of women usually go wild after a divorce. And from my findings, I think it's a way of masking the pain. That's why I think, or I would say, it's a woman that feels more impact from a divorce. You guys, divorcing rather, it's not easy. Don't let social media paint it like it's an easy thing. It's not. It takes an emotional toll on you, psychological toll on you, most especially as a woman, because I don't see men do all what women do after a divorce on social media. They just tend to lay low and live their normal lives. But women come out to prove something to the world that they're not. Instead of them to calm down and just heal, because there's a lot of healing to do after divorcing, they tend to come out on social media and paint it like they are all right. People grieve differently, I understand, but for you to grieve in the way of this video, of the woman in this video that I'm going to play, that means you are really grieving very, very deeply something that you once loved. Yeah, that's my opinion. And it beats me because it's kind of questions a lot of things in my mind, because they say that marriage is mostly for the men. Then why are women grieving more than the men after a divorce? Make it make sense to me. If I'm wrong, just drop your comments in the comment section. I would love to interact with you guys. You guys, the video today I'm going to play is somehow, but I'll play it anyway. Let's go right and play. Right ahead and play the video, yeah.
Do you agree that we all grieve different? I slept with 4 guys in 1 week. This was around the time when I was grieving my marriage, though. I was grieving my marriage and I was going through serious depression this one time. This was actually about a year to a year and a half after I had gotten divorced and I did the filing for the divorce, yes. I had sex with 4 men all in 1 week. If you want to hear this story, you gotta comment so I can pull apart the story one by one. I do want to talk about them, and I want to talk about what I learned from each situation and why I ended each situation. If you like this kind of content, you know what to do.
Nah, nah, nah. No, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We just listen. We don't judge. Now, I'm not here to judge her or tear her down because I feel like she's already on the ground, and you don't kick a man or kick someone who is on the ground. But I honestly love her honesty. I love that she's honest. I love that she came out to say she's grieving something that she once had, her marriage. Now, we don't know the outcome or how the marriage was. We don't know if it was good or bad. But for her to be grieving something, it means that she truly invested herself in that thing, and I honestly wish her well. You guys, the point of this my video, I don't even know the point, but I just want people to know that divorcing or divorce is not an easy way out whatsoever, because the way a lot of people divorce nowadays, it almost seems like, oh, it's an easy way out of your marriage. Now, I'm not saying anybody should stay in a bad marriage. Of course, you know my stance on this, but what I'm saying is that if it is something that you can work on, stay and work on it. and live happily ever after, because divorcing is not easy. It's not as easy as the world paints it to be. It's not as easy, because when you see a woman come on social media living their best life after a divorce, it might feel like, or it might come off as, oh, I want to do this also. I'm trapped in my marriage, sort of. I want to explore and all that. But really, they are grieving. And I tell you for a fact, I love her honesty. I love women coming out to say, okay, I loved being married once, and yeah, I'm a divorcee now. No shade to any divorcee, no shade to anybody that has been in a marriage and it didn't work out. But I love people to come out and be honest. I just love honesty. I just love honesty. I feel like there are various reasons why women would go wild, or people, maybe men also do it. I don't know, but what from what I see on social media, it's mostly women. I see, like, when they are out of a divorce, they're going to the gym back to back, they're doing all that. Yes, it's good, but I still think that they tend to mask the pain. So these reasons are either emotionally, or they are either emotional or psychological reasons. Yeah. For some, it feels like freedom for them. Okay, when they feel like they've been trapped in their marriage and I can't wait to be free. It feels like freedom for the next couple of months for them, until they still need to address that pain. They want to just live a life with no rules. Sometimes it could be partying, spending money carelessly, jumping in and out of relationships, because they now have that freedom, they have that liberty. That is not the way to address pain from a divorce. I don't know, but I just don't feel that's the way. Yes, I actually have someone very close to me that went through a separation and all that. So I understand. I understand. I really do. Nobody needs to stay in a bad marriage, What I'm saying is that if you can work it out, work it out. Divorcing is not the easy way out. It's not the easy route out at all. For some women also, it's like a revenge mindset. They just want to prove to their ex or their ex-husband, yeah, that they're still attractive, they're still desirable. My darling, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. I tell you for a fact. In this woman's case, I don't know what she was trying to prove. I would have loved to hear the story, but not, I feel like she would just be too raw about it, and it's not pleasing to the ears. So yeah, she wanted to prove to herself or anybody. I don't know, because for her to make this video, she actually wants to prove to somebody. These are things you should just keep to yourself, and that's the case with most women that go through divorce. They just tend to come on out as on social media to prove to people. You don't need to. Just lay low and heal. Okay. Then also there's a low self-esteem, especially if the marriage ended badly. They might now want to come out and look for validation from people. You don't need that. You don't need that. Then also there's an identity crisis. When you have just been husband, you have just been wife for like a good number of years, then when you come out of that marriage, you really don't know who you are. So you just tend to explore to find yourself. And in some cases, those are the reasons why people divorce, because they want to find themselves. And I'm wondering, can't you find yourself in marriage? Can't you? Can't you? I'm all in for work on your marriage. You all know my stance on all these things, but it's okay if you feel you can't work on it. All good and fine. But after a divorce, you don't need to prove to anybody. Just like this lady in this video. This woman in this video just seemed like she wanted to explore in the dating scene. In the dating scene, like she wanted to be a serial dater, or what would I even call it? She wanted to go into serial dating with various men. You want to explore all your sexual fantasies, all your sexual desires that you never had in marriage. Why didn't you do that with your spouse? Mm-mm. You want to go out with multiple people in a short period of time. Yes, that's what serial dating is called. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there are some people that should not even get married in the first place, especially when you have some kind of sexual fantasies. You can't stick to one man. Yeah, because if that wasn't in you, I don't think that a divorce will bring what is not in you out. So if you tell me to judge this woman. I'm not judging her because nobody knows. She's grieving. Obviously, anything can happen. But if you just ask me, I would say that maybe that's just how she is, or maybe that's just how she has been, because it's just somehow. But then again, there's freedom and proving to every other person. What do you guys think of this woman's situation? I feel like that is very wild. It's actually very, very wild, because the truth is that going wild most times it ends in a bad way. It's more harmful than it is good. I don't even think it's good in any sort of way, especially when it is driven by pain. You do it to the extreme. Let's not even lie. When something is driven by pain, you do it to the extreme. So, my dear darlings, my ladies, don't do something that you will now look back and regret. Yeah, in the coming future, don't do it. It doesn't matter if you have been out of your marriage, whether good or bad. Just lay low, heal. You don't need to prove anything to anybody. You don't need to seek validation from anybody at all. Yeah, just heal. Just heal. Okay. I don't even really know what the point of my video is. Yes, let me know what you think in the comment section. Can you explore like this? Do you have it in you like this woman? Mm? Do you have it in you? You're just waiting for the right opportunity to bring it out? I'm just kidding, but let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. Thank you all so much. Please, if you have gotten to this point, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to. And I'll see you all in another video, okay? Bye bye.